make this commitment as a man.
To God in that way, because I really felt it was better for he hating his wife and she being a crazy fan who made it to him. It kind of helps his reputation in a way, because he was really going downhill. He was getting in like criminal trouble, and then he married this, good Christian girl. And actually, allegedly, the two waited to get intimate with each other because Justin had been celibate for over a year, and Haley said, if you marry me, this will be your reward. Justin said, I wanted to rededicate myself to God in that way because I really felt it was better for the condition of my soul. He was not mentally doing well, and he felt like staying celibate and being with Haley was the right thing to do. Also, keep in mind, Justin was hanging out with a lot of sketchy church people, some Hillsong people, some really problematic guys. If you want some videos about that, let me know in the comments below. But Justin was struggling when he met Haley because he had just left Selena, and honestly, as someone who is so young like they were, I would have recommended staying single for a while and dating a bunch of people and seeing who you really want, because he just left Selena Gomez, and he even said himself he was unsure he could commit to Haley. So really, the marriage was not, I just think it was way too fast, and they both were not ready.
I think I was more nervous about, am I going to make this commitment? Am I able to make this commitment as a man and be able to honor, what I say? Because that's a serious commitment when you say you're going to love someone for better, for worse, and be faithful. That's a huge, am I able to do that? And so I think that was really what I was battling with. And I finally was like, I'm going to make the decision and follow through with it, be a husband, and this is what I've always wanted. I'm going to just choose this woman and just do it.
And commit to it, and you did. Yes.
So at that point, it seems like when he's speaking to Ellen that he's really into Haley. He's in that honeymoon love phase, but that only lasted for so long, and it doesn't seem like their feelings are as mutual anymore. I mean, in the beginning, like I said, I am fully convinced that he was into her, but I think he just fell into love with her very quickly, and then got tired of her. Maybe started to realize how calculated she's been, and maybe has seen some confirmations of her stalking him over the years. But here's a throwback clip of when Justin went live with Haley, and you can see that he was really attracted to her.
He went so hot, I would have got rid of you a long time ago.
So good thing that Haley's good looking, because he said he would get rid of her if not. But in some other awkward video clips we've seen where Justin is live streaming, he is answering questions from fans, and you can see he's just kind of short and snappy with her, which shows me that he's either irritated, he's got some resentment, or he just doesn't really vibe with her, especially in that moment. I mean, they went on live when Justin was dealing with his health issues and his tour, and you could see they were asking questions about his condition, and when Haley started to answer, he stopped her and said, they were asking me, which is I don't know, it's interesting to see how he kind of reads her. He's very shady with his own wife. They don't really seem like a team.
We were working alongside doctors leading up to the tour to make sure that he was doing everything necessary and safe for that, and we'll just keep doing that. But it definitely is, it sucks that the tour was
just answering what she was asking me. Huh?
Anyways.
You're asking me because it's my Lyme disease. It's not your Lyme disease. Are you worried about my Lyme disease?
Well, I was helped, in every freaking day in the doctor with me for months. So
Yeah, but
sometimes
they asked if I was scared about the Lyme disease because I'm the one that has it.
Right, but that didn't say that. I just was saying that you were taking all the
Listen to
necessary.
me, woman. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's the attitude.
You can tell he is so over her, and she is not getting the clue to just back off and give him his space, which I don't really justify how he's acting, because I really don't like that type of attitude. I mean, if he doesn't want her around, then just straight up tell her. You told her before to stop touching you.
Baby Reindeer follows the story of a man who gives a woman a cup of tea on the house, a kind gesture to cheer her up, and then the negative fallout of that kind gesture. I was very keen for Martha to be layered, to show the side of stalking that it is a mental illness, and show the fact that there was someone there who was doing a bad thing, who wasn't necessarily a bad person.
If you leave my
leave you alone, you could tell her now. But Haley explains that we only ever see these bad moments because their relationship is in the public eye and there's a lot of scrutiny. But I argue with this because there are plenty of public relationships. I mean, we see like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I mean, that's just one random relationship, but we can see that they are into each other, they are happy, they're not like physical with each other. And at one point I saw a video where you can see Justin almost like wax Haley over the head. I don't know if this is playful. I don't know if this is like domestic. I doubt it's like a domestic moment, but it's just kind of weird to see how he acts like a teenage boy with his girlfriend rather than a husband with a wife.
In another video, Justin was spotted slapping Haley across the face. And while it looked like they were just joking around, fans weren't happy and they bombarded Justin with comments about how he should never lay his hands on his wife like that, especially in public.
Okay, now that makes me jealous. That's what makes this a really sick relationship. That makes me very jealous, very angry, because it's how my psyche is. My psyche is like, you put your hands on her, so are you trying to say she's the one for you? Like, to me, in my head, I'm like, that means he loves her. And in everybody else's head is like, he doesn't love her. But if he runs away, then he doesn't love her. But to me, if he puts his hands on her, it means he loves her. And I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like, don't do that. Like, you're supposed to put your hands on me, not her. And nobody else but me. And that's why it's a bad relationship. But it doesn't mean we're not supposed to be together. We get physical. Twin flames get physical. They do. Me and my brother, Davis, we're not twin flames, but we were like close to each other. We got physical. But I love my brother. I would never kill him. All I did was ask God to kill him. I said, God, get rid of him. That's because I was just angry at him. I didn't like my brother. And I didn't really want my brother to die. That's the way, when you're a kid, when you're young, you say crazy prayers. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't really, you're praying off of emotions, and your emotions change. When you're a kid, you pray about, you don't know what you're talking about. I mean, when I was asking God to give me my daughter, I literally said I wanted to be a single mother. Who wants to be a single mother? It's hard. And clearly I was praying based off of inexperience, not being experienced to be a single mother. I didn't know. I was just looking at it from the outside in. Luckily, God was thinking ahead, and had somebody prepared to take my daughter in. I said, God, I want to have a baby at 16, 17, and I thought it through, but I didn't want to, I wanted to experience being a single mother. So, watching Justin hit Haley, the way he did it is life-threatening, because he went like this. Now, if he loves you, he'll go like this. He'll do this, because this is threatening. So, don't do this, because that can really damage somebody's face. Or this can damage somebody's face. If you love somebody, you just slap them. Don't do that to me. And I can't give you permission. I'll give you permission to do whatever you want to me, as long as you have no weapons, no knives, nothing like that, okay? And as long as it's not like evil, but I don't care. Like, I love you. Love is crazy. But let's go back to the video.
That's part of him being probably stunted as an adult, because he was brought into fame so young. He didn't go through the normal teenage phases, so I feel like he's just bound to be a little bit on the wild side. And that behavior...
They bombarded Justin with comments about how he should never lay his hands on his wife like that, especially in public.
Justin almost like whacks Haley over the head. It's actually cringe to watch how they're acting in public. I mean, if I was at the mall and I saw them, I'd be like, oh wow, like there's some like high school kids like acting up, but it's really like some grown adults, and he's just so playful and exuberant, and I think that's part of